So, have you noticed those AmpliHear ads? They seem to be popping up, well, everywhere
Oh,
online.
yeah, definitely.
They promise this, prescription quality sound, but for way less money and no doctor visit needed.
Uh-huh.
It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it?
It really does.
So today, we're really going to dig into whether AmpliHear is like a genuine game changer for you, or maybe just some very clever marketing. We're taking a deep dive into the sources to cut through the noise.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore the buzz around these more accessible solutions
Hmm.
and that natural curiosity. Well, that's exactly why we need to peel back the marketing hype and get to the core facts.
Okay, right. Let's unpack this then. AmpliHear's marketing, it really pushes convenience. They're promising great audio quality, wireless charging,
Mm,
an impressive 20-hour battery life, and this is the big one, no hearing tests required.
right.
For a lot of people, that probably sounds amazing, but, I mean, isn't no hearing test required maybe the biggest red flag here?
It absolutely raises an important question. And what's fascinating here, and this is really crucial from the sources, these AmpliHear devices, they're actually classified as hearing amplifiers.
Amplifiers, okay, not hearing aids.
Exactly. Not FDA-approved hearing aids.
Mm-hmm.
And while amplifiers do, provide sound amplification,
Or make things louder.
right, they just make things louder, they lack the precise calibration and the medical oversight you get with prescription aids. Those are designed for your specific hearing loss pattern.
Oh, okay.
And the marketing language, well, it often blurs those really critical distinctions.
But hold on, before we even get deeper into how well AmpliHear itself works, there's this other big problem for anyone looking into these, right? These copycat brands.
Oh, absolutely. That complicates things hugely.
I've heard some horror stories buying tech online, but these Ampli knockoffs, they sound really bad.
Yeah, the review sites flag them. They're basically trying to ride AmpliHear's coattails with just really inferior products.
Right. Like Pissed Consumer has these ratings. Just devastating experiences with the fakes. People saying they get devices that just plain don't work.
Uh-huh. And getting refunds is apparently impossible.
Yeah. But then the legitimate AmpliHear brand, it seems to get much better ratings on, independent sites. It really creates a kind of minefield for you, the consumer.
Yeah.
How do you even know what's real?
And this ties right back to what audiologists keep saying. They stress how important it is to get a hearing test before you buy any kind of amplification device.
Even an amplifier.
Especially then, maybe. Because while AmpliHear markets no testing required as like a convenience,
Makes it easy.
yeah, makes it easy. But professionals argue that approach risks, well, ineffective treatment or even potential hearing damage if the amplification levels aren't right for your specific needs.
Okay, but what if, like you mentioned, AmpliHear does help some people, folks with just mild difficulties? Isn't there maybe a case for a good enough solution, especially if someone can't afford a full professional assessment right now?
That's a fair point, and it does highlight the complexity. There's definitely a desire for accessibility. But the sources really emphasize the just generic amplification. It can't address specific diagnoses.
Nah, okay.
A hearing test gives you that crucial baseline. It tells you what kind of hearing loss you actually have. Without that, you're essentially just guessing.
And that could lead to frustration, or like you said, even make things worse, potentially.
Exactly. Incorrect settings could cause further issues.
Okay, let's talk money then. Economics. They're around $200, which, yeah, is way less than prescription aids. But it's a pretty big jump from those basic generic amplifiers, right?
Definitely. Those can be like, what, $50, maybe $80?
Yeah. So what are you actually getting for that extra $150 or so? User reviews seem to suggest the features like wireless charging and the 20-hour battery, those seem legit.
The features check out, mostly.
But that lack of feedback on long-term durability, that feels like a question mark, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. We don't have much data on how long they really last. Suggests maybe a hidden cost or perhaps a shorter lifespan for some users.
And the 60-day trial offers some protection, I guess.
It does, though. Experiences with actually getting returns processed, they seem to vary quite a bit based on reports.
Okay, so effectiveness, where does that land?
Well, this is where it gets clearer. Users who have genuinely mild hearing difficulties, they often report positive experiences. They find them helpful in certain situations, like maybe watching TV or quiet conversations.
So for some people, they do work.
For some people, in some situations, yes. But for anyone with more complex hearing issues, the benefits seem pretty limited. The sources are quite consistent on this. These are decent amplification devices for specific, mild needs.
But not hearing aid replacements.
Definitely not hearing aid replacements, despite how they might be marketed sometimes.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? If you've got, say, mild hearing difficulties, and maybe you're thinking about trying amplification before going the full professional route, AmpliHear could potentially offer some value.
Potentially, yes.
But the big takeaways for you seem to be a really informed buyer. You absolutely have to avoid those knockoff versions.
Crucial.
Keep your expectations realistic and know exactly who you are buying from. Check the seller, check the website, legitimacy.
And the core insight here, I think, is understanding that distinction. AmpliHear might offer a genuine option for mild hearing support in certain situations, but it is emphatically not a medical device.
Right.
For anything beyond that mild level, getting a professional assessment is, well, it's really non-negotiable. Knowing that difference is paramount.
Yeah.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About how we balance convenience and accessibility with actual medical necessity and personalized care, especially for something as vital as hearing.